Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with a C&C meets one of the most exciting middleweight fighters to come out of the UK in a very long time. Denzel, Too Sharp, Bentley. How are you, my
Yes.
friend?
Whoop, whoop.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you, man. How you guys?
Really
Very
excited to
good,
talk
mate.
to you,
Thanks so
dude.
much for joining us, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me, man.
yeah. Training hard?
Yeah, man. Always, man. Don't get away with nothing in that gym.
Nah. No. Wanted to talk to you. Like your last fight was against Heffron, right? I
Yeah.
personally think you edged it.
For
Close fight, like
sure.
yeah. You said
I
afterwards,
mean, I know
like,
you probably can't talk about judges' decisions. You're still active, so I'll do it on your behalf. That for sure, he
yeah,
fucking took that, bro. Like, most def. And no disrespect to him at all, because he put up a hell of a fight. That was a
Yeah, he did.
cracking fight. But I mean, for sure, there was a. Also, it was weird, like unanimous draw. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's
How
what made
often
it
does
a bit
that
weird
happen?
for me. I just started questioning: did they count the knockdown? Did they?
Yeah.
He won more rounds than I did. I thought I had it early, and I felt like I let him get back into it. But I felt like the rounds he won were close. But I felt like the rounds I won were pretty wide. So the rounds he won, it could have been either way. So I
Agreed.
still feel like I edged it towards him, but I also think I did let him get back into the fight. But that's my fault, and I got to, take ownership for that, and got to make sure that happen again in the next one.
that's it. And also, it's a sad state of affairs, but it's almost the way boxing judging can be sometimes. You're almost glad when at least it's just a draw. You know, some of the robberies that happen, you're like, fuck, what was
Yeah,
this?
a lot of people have said that to me. A lot of people have said to me, "Wow, like at least it was a draw." But I'm still like, "Nah, man. Like, just give me what's mine." You feel me? But
Yeah.
it is what it is, man.
So in that, what was that like fighting in the closed studio bubble? Was that a bit odd or?
You know what? I was out in July,
Yeah,
so it wasn't too odd for me because I kind of knew what
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like. But overall, I think once you're fighting, you don't really realize. Like when there's no crowd, you don't realize. But when there's a crowd, you would know. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
When there's a crowd, you know. But when there's no crowd, you're not sort of thinking, "Damn, where's the noise?" Because you're just focused on the fight.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the whole build up to it was a bit odd the first time around. The second time around, I was used to it. But the first time around, staying in the hotel for like 3-4 days, getting the test, staying in your room, it's like, get me out of here. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's in your room, like, can't go nowhere. It's a bit annoying. Could be frustrating, but you just got to kind of calm down and tame it all in until fight night.
Yeah.
We was talking before the show, that first one with Hall, right? That was not having the crowd, man. Hearing those shots was fucking brutal.
Yeah. I didn't. It made me uncomfortable hearing them. Like you properly gave it to him. The only way I think you could have given it to him worse is if he come through like your bedroom window or something. Like you properly give it to him, didn't you?
No, he was a tough guy. He held some shots, and I'm looking at him like, damn, you're still here. Just go over. But he was tough, man. He was tough. But there's only so much you can take anyway.
Yeah.
Like no matter how tough you are, there's only so much you can take, and I think his corner made the right decision pulling him out and stuff. But
Definitely.
he's a tough guy, man.
With this podcast that we're doing, the main objective is to, as bold as it sounds, is to get more people into combat sports, boxing primarily, and then the others as like the side pieces. For me personally, Streets is a little bit more involved in other combat sports. So like the objective is always to get people to see more than just two gazers punching each other in the ring. Like the stories behind each fighter, like how people got started. So like a wicked thing that we've done so far is like find out like how did you start your boxing journey, as it were? What took you through amateurs? What took you to pro? What made you Too Sharp?
When I was 15, my brother, I told us so about a million times, but my brother brought gloves and a head guard from 9 Elms Market, because that's where we live, in it.
Oh yeah.
And his whole plan, these times we weren't into boxing. We didn't watch boxing. I was playing football, or like on the verge of just stopping playing football. And he was just, when he was younger, he was into athletics, but he kind of stopped. But so he bought gloves and a head guard. His whole idea was to charge people to use it and, well, we didn't know the term sparring, but fight each other.
Entrepreneurial, I like it.
Yeah.
So what is leasing out fight gear?
That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing.
Power.
He's
World
like
star.
Like, even all now, he's always thinking of ideas to try and, like make money or trying to like own something. He's like that. He's very business minded.
How many times has he connected your name to something? Denzel, I've got this brand, right? I think there's something to it.
No, you know what? He does bring a lot of ideas to me, but I'm just like, yo, run it. You know, I'm not into the whole business. I just run it, man. Like, whatever. But he does bring some ideas to me. Like, for example, my birthday, he was like, yo, we could do a party, you know? I'm like, I don't really party. And then he's like, no, trust me, I'll organize it. I'll put your name in it. I was like, cool.
Selling tickets.
It went off. It was sick. But yeah, so he's into events and like music management and that now. He's doing well with it. But yeah, he bought that stuff. And because we were quite young, like, no one, like, people just started not paying and we just started using it. And say, like, us two would fight another 2 people in the area. So he was shorter than me, so he'd fight like the smaller one and I'd fight the bigger one.
Yeah.
And everyone that was involved, we were beating up. So everyone's like, right, like, but we don't box. We just, you know what I'm saying?
Like scrap. Yeah, just
fighting,
scrap.
just slapping with the gloves on, basically. Scrapping. So later on, I got to college, and this was going on for a while, actually. But then I got to college, and I met a friend that actually boxed in college or wanted to box. And he was like, he took my boxing, and I was like, oh, what, you box? He's like, yeah. So he took me down first to like some Keep Fit class. There weren't no, I tried to go to Fitzroy Lodge because that was the closest gym to me. And they asked me if I had any experience boxing. I was like, no, I never boxed before. So they took me to like some Keep Fit class and said, if I'm any good, they'll take me on. So I was getting there for a couple of months, but I wasn't really serious. I'd go there. I used to be heavier. Like I was 16, walking around like 14 plus stone.
Decent.
So I used to go to the gym, leave after, and in Kenneton, they used to have a pizza shop. Every Mondays and Wednesdays, they're doing a deal. Any pizza, any size for £5.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the £1, the £1 7-inch jobs.
Oh, no, see, I'm saying I would have been on that. But
yeah.
No, we just have any size. I used to get like it was a 16-inch for a £5. Sit down and eat it. But I just come back from training, you know what I'm saying? So,
bulking.
Made no sense.
Isn't it?
Stopped going there. Then my brother was trying to box as well. But like none of us were in shape. So he tricked me into doing Insanity. So he was doing Insanity.
Right.
And then
shout out Sean
like,
T.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Sean T. And he was like, what did he say to me? He was like, oh, you got do the fit test, let's see how fit you are. I'm like, oh, I'll do it on Monday, I'll start Monday. He knows who I am. He's like, no, just do the fit test, man. Just do the fit test. I was like, cool. So I done the fit test.
I've got a double pepperoni stuffed crust on the side. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
So I done the fit test, and he was like, yeah, you done day 1 now. You got to continue it. I'm like, oh, but I wasn't even ready. Like, what are you doing? So now I've had to carry on. So we completed it, and I lost a load of weight. Now I'm about
for Insanity.
Yeah, it is though. Proper good. So now I'm about 13 stone, 12 and a half, something like that. Cool. So as I've gone with his friend, he's found another club. He's like, I found another gym is better than where we were going. I was like, cool, where is it? And he took me down to Fisher ABC in Bermondsey.
Okay.
So
I believe the pronunciation now, it's everything in Bermondsey is about £8 million. You have to pronounce it Bermondsey. Yeah, I believe you have to call it Bermondsey now. Everything's come up. Yeah.
I went down to Bermondsey. And then we was over there, and then I was there for about a year before I had my first amateur fight. So I went there when I was 18, probably just about to turn 18, 3 months. Then I had my first amateur fight there at 19. Then that's when everything took off as an amateur. But then I was kind of in and out the gym, in and out, doing other things, just, misbehaving around the area and stuff and all these things. And then I think maybe a year later, so I had my first fight 2014. 2015, I was like, I've got to make my mind up here. What do I want to do? Do I want to box, or am I going to keep doing like stupid stuff? Because everything I'm doing is going to be here forever. There's only a certain window where you can be an athlete for. So now I'm like 20 now. I've had like 2-3 amateur fights. I'm thinking, it's not making any sense. And I was at uni at the time.
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool. Let me just start taking boxing serious now. So I just stopped everything I was doing, started going to the gym. Was there every day, picked up some more fights. And then as I'm in uni, I'm trying to balance it. But because I was so focused on boxing, I weren't doing my uni work.
Right. What were you studying in uni?
I was doing sports science.
Nice.
So I'd have a deadline at 6. But I got training at 6.
Yep.
And I'm going from Twickenham to Bermondsey. And I'm like,
Jesus.
all right, I'm not going to finish this piece of work, this assignment, and make it to the gym.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to the gym. I made up my mind, I'm going to the gym. Friends will be like, no, man, just finish it, man. It's got like, hey, listen, I'm going to the gym. So I went to the gym. I kept doing that, and I kept falling behind the work. Teachers having words with me. And then I asked them, oh, what kind of job opportunities can I get with this course? And when they told me, I was like, nah, I don't want to be any of them.
No.
Like, I kind of knew, but I just thought, let me ask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might miss something. So I asked them, like, I don't want to be any of these. They're telling me, teacher, personal trainer at level 4. I'm saying I could be a personal trainer without uni. I could work in a bank just because I've got a degree. I'm not doing this course to work in a bank. Like, not being funny, but
no.
So I thought, I just turned over to my friend that I was being with him, we're going uni every day, link up. And I was like, yo, I think I'm going to drop this out. He's like, what? For real? I'm like, yeah. I'm going to put everything into boxing. If I don't, then I'm a waste man, because I've got all the time I need on my hands now. In the morning, when I should be going uni, I should be going for a run. In the evening, when the gym's open, I'm going to the gym. So that was my mindset kind of thing. So I was like, all right, this is what I'm doing. He was like, all right, cool. Just make sure if you do it, you're doing it properly. So now the pressure's on, because I felt like really for this.
I kind of love that though, because you made it like there's no plan B anymore. There's this or nothing.
Yeah, basically, this or nothing. So it was like, now I've really got to grind. I can't cheat this.
No,
I can't cheat it. So kept banging out, doing my thing, racked up some more fights, racking up more fights, getting in championships, got to the nationals, lost in the semis. Now I'm thinking, now I'm kind of getting disheartened about
it's
boxing.
National semis though, you know.
Yeah, but to me that weren't my aim. I'm thinking not good enough.
Yeah.
Not good enough. I want to win this, but at the same time, I just wanted to fight anybody to gain as much experience as possible for when I do turn professional. Because if I'm being honest with you, I didn't know nothing about amateur boxing until I found the amateur gym.
Yep.
So the first thing I asked the coach, how long till I turn pro? And he's laughing at me like, it might take you a whole year before you have an amateur fight. I'm like, a whole year? So that's part of the reason why I was in that gym. I'm like, a whole year? Come on, man.
Mate, I've just dropped out of uni. I don't need this. Like, I've got a very specific plan. Like, it's January now. By July, I want to be getting about 100 grand a fight. Like, come on, dude.
Basically.
Yeah.
You're talking about a whole year.
When do we talk about pay-per-view points?
So we just started racking up fights, and I'm like, can't be arsed. And then I had a club show. It was meant to be, this is like 3 years into being an amateur now. Yeah. So I'm 16 fights in. My last fight was in a club show. It was meant to be Fisher versus Scotland. My guy pulled out, and last minute, they've got me a guy that I've boxed twice. He beat me the first time. I beat him the second time. And it's like, you brought me this guy in the decider fight, who's better, last minute. And my mind ain't fixated on him. I'm all thinking about this Scottish guy I'm meant to be fighting. So I've come out, I've walked out, and I've seen him. I'm like, I'm fighting this guy again. So now I'm just kind of like, that's not what I wanted. So, tell her that, before that, I asked my coach, can I go into ABAs? Because I was doing the novices first, and I wanted to go into the elites. So can I go into the elites? I want to test myself. He's like, because I still had less than 20 fights, I could do the novices again the next year. But I'm thinking, I can't wait another year. I want to move on. It's not exciting no more. Like, I'm getting bored of it. I'm getting disheartened with it. Like, I want to move on. So he tricked me, but I kind of knew what he was doing. So he was like, cool, have the fight in the club show, and if you win that fight, I'll put you in the ABAs. But the ABAs was before the club show. The entry for the ABAs was before the club show. So I knew I was going to miss it. So I'm thinking, this is what this guy's doing. Cool. So when I'm going in there, I'm a bit, I can't be asked for this. I can't, whatever. Bad attitude to have, I know, but it's the attitude I had. I was young at the time. So I've gone in there, not boxed my best. And I ended up losing that fight. I thought it was a close fight. I lost in a split. And I thought, all right, you know what? I think I'm done with this, man. I need to get on with my life. I'm not earning no money. Yep. 22. Like, what am I meant to do? So I just kept thinking to myself. I was like, what should I do? And at the time, I was getting Peacocks. I was in and out of Peacock gym. So I spoke to my trainer. I was like, I think I want to turn pro. He's like, no, give it a bit of time. Go win something in the nationals and come back. I was like, you know what? Cool. So I kept training for a bit longer. And I just weren't feeling it. I couldn't get myself up for it. I couldn't get myself thinking
that, Was that just the uncertainty, or is that like a very murky way to
Needed
get
a new challenge? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to go on the ABAs and challenge myself, and you're telling me I've got to wait till next year. So now I've got to wait till a whole year to start my life for what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, can I hold out another year? Can I just not do nothing for another year? Because you don't earn from amateur boxing.
No.
I'm working a part-time job because I'm dedicating myself to boxing. I didn't want to work weekdays, so I just strictly weekends. I'm not studying no more, so I'm doing nothing. It's like,
how did your family take that? That you were been in off? Yeah, it didn't go well, did it?
No, it didn't go well.
But now you get to look back and go, ooh, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. Now they're all proud of me, but it didn't go well first.
I have to roll the dice a little bit, don't I?
Yeah, they're just thinking that all you want to do is play, and I'm like, yo, like I'm just trying to choose what I want to do in my life. And for me, like, my mum was upset. She stopped talking for a bit. My dad weren't happy. I'm just like, yo, like I'm not going back.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking about all these things. I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? So I mean, I've got way too much time in my hands, and I'm not using it properly. And I just went back to my trainer. I was like, yo, no, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I fought on it. I'm not excited about this. I ain't got that fire. I need to turn pro. I need a challenge. I want that excitement back. So he's like, all right, cool. We'll sort you out. And I'm like, cool, I'm going on. As soon as they told me, you got your meeting with the board, I was like, already? Now I'm getting excited again. I'm like, oh, damn, I'm turning pro. But before I made the decision, I was scared. I was thinking, what if I turn pro and it don't work out?
Can't let that happen, now, can you?
I might as well just stop and start working properly. But then I thought, but wait, why would I do that and not find out?
Yeah.
If I turn pro and it don't work out, then it's back to what you're going to do anyway. So obviously I grew up religious a lot, so I prayed on it a lot, thinking about it, spoke to some friends and that, kept praying, and I thought, all right, cool. Until I felt confident to make the decision for real. Then I went back to my trainers. I was like, yo, listen, I think I'm going to turn over. They're like, all right, cool. That's what it is. Then like, we can't force you. So back to where I was when they gave me the everything for the meeting that I was going to the board. I was like, hey, yes. I'm turning pro. I was getting excited again. Doing everything, doing my medical. Boom, next thing you know, I got a date. Like, oh, this is real. This is real. Cool, October 14th. I'm like, hey, this is real. Like, I was excited. And then, it's fantastic. So yeah, so I went on holiday with the family for the summer. Could be like, we do a yearly holiday, me and all my cousins. We go on holiday every year. So yeah, done that. Came back. Now it's straight knuckle down.
Now it's
like, yeah, so I'm like, cool, this is big working towards. Tickets came, I got sold tickets. The adrenaline was just like, I think I'm loving this again now. It's just, I ain't even fought yet. It's just the excitement of being a professional. So
tell me, did you have your first fight gear like mapped out in your head? The shorts are gonna be this, the boots are this. Did you go that? Yeah.
I had it matching.
Walkout music, everything ready.
Everything was ready. One of my friends raps. I was coming back to one of his songs, put it on a CD, done. I had my boots already, so I was designing the kit on one of these websites, some box website, designing the kit. What is it like? But thankfully enough, my trainer and manager got me shorts.
Yep.
They're like, oh, look, you got your shorts for your debut. I'm like, oh, bro, that's nice, but those weren't the colours I had in my head. But you know what? The shorts I had came in. I'm like, don't worry about it. Just put it back in the drawer. So I ain't worn them. I ain't worn my debut shorts, but the kit they gave me, I wore that, and I was like, cool.
It's very good of you because you took a dent there because the fashion is key.
Oh, right. Key. The boots did not match the shorts, but it was cool.
Really?
It was cool. I'm fighting now.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. We can't let that happen again, though, can we?
No. I've been designing my own kits now. Yeah. I know what kits I'm wearing when. I know how many times I'm wearing it before I even get the kit.
Yeah, how it has to be.
That's how it has to be. But that one, I just took that one in the chin. But so, had my debut now. No. Yeah, sold all the tickets. Done like, I think I've done almost 300 tickets.
That's good.
I think so. Or about that. Yeah, almost 300, I think. It was nuts.
Place must have been rocking.
Yeah.
It was nuts. And the maddest thing is, half the people missed it. Everyone that was there, it was mad. Half the people missed it. So I'm coming out now, but I am so nervous. Not because I know my opponent ain't gonna be a world beater, my first fight. But I'm thinking, I want to look good though.
Yeah.
I want to look good. So I'm walking in there, I'm like, oh, damn, I'm coming out. for the first time as a pro. Damn, as soon as they said my name, everyone's screaming. I'm like, whoa, this is loud. So I'm walking through, but I'm just not looking at no one. I'm just looking down, I got my hat on, looking down, go into the ring, trying to look at my coach, like, yeah, but it's going nuts. I think it's on YouTube, actually, my debut, it's going nuts. Like, they all bought ringside tickets. The ringside York Hall was just all my lot.
Yeah.
All my, I don't even know how they managed to fit more seats in there. Lucky half people missed it because people have been asking the money back because they wouldn't have got ringside. Got in there. I just started throwing my hands, boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, smack, and knock the guy in like 30-something seconds, 40-something seconds. I'm like, run, I'm like, yo. My bad. Like, COVID as a check to visa back came over, everyone's going nuts. And then came out now. It took me like 15 minutes to get back into the change room because everyone was like, let me get a picture. And I was like, yo, let me get changed. I still got my gloves on. Came out, everyone's waiting for me with champagne bottles and stuff. I'm like, nah, I feel mad love right now. It's crazy. I made the right decision. Like, there, everything's kicking off. Dad's happy, mum's happy.
Yeah.
Not talking about school no more. I'm in the game.
Did you cut off the rap and say, look, this is the new degree, mum? Here you go.
Yeah.
This is the diploma.
Got it now. I gave it to her. Like, oh, here you go, mum. Like, she's like, yeah.
Powerful.
Everyone's happy now. She's like, yeah, that's my son. I'm like, yeah, you're damn right. Yeah, no, it was good though. It was good.
Do they see the vision now?
Pardon?
They see the vision now, right? They're
yeah,
like
they see the vision now.
Proper
like
supporters.
They're into it. Like,
yeah,
my mum's watching boxing all the time. I come home and she's watching boxing. She's not even watching me no more.
Studying tape just in case you have to go against someone.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? She's all telling me before I fight in her, she's like, yeah, you could beat him, man. No, I'm not. Like, what do you know about who I You're telling me about fighters like Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. I'm like, oh. Telling me about AJ Freeland. I'm like, nah, this is nuts. Like, she never watched, like, she wasn't into boxing before that. That's
how I know you got a serious mum. When she's willing to sit there watching boxing and go over it.
Watches boxing. Like, she does my meals for me, everything. Like, she makes sure I'm eating. Like,
shout out, mum.
If I get home,
you know
what I'm saying? Shout out, mum, for real. If I'm not at home, if she's not at home and I get home, she's not time to get from training, she'll call me. Like, yo, your food is, you feel me? Your food is there, it's in the oven or it's in the fridge or whatever. You just add that to it, warm it up. I'm like, oh yeah, thanks. I ain't even undressed yet. I'm just saying. Oh.
I mean, obviously, when you get back to Peacocks, you tell them you're at the level where you've actually got an in-house private chef. Doesn't matter that it's your mum. It's just about getting yourself to that level above them, innit?
Yeah, like, oh, well, I got a chef. You got a chef? Nah,
of course you have. Yeah.
I get all my food fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just crazy, but he's mad on it. My dad lives in Ghana. He comes down for every fight. So that's mad. So he comes down for every fight. And like for the last fight, he's like, yeah, Denzel, no messing about. I want you to knock him out in the third round. I'm like, yeah, if life was that easy, we'd all be rich. Third round, I'd love that.
Yeah. I was going to say your first few fights, so that's a quick trip for him. Jesus, he comes a long way for a few seconds.
A long way, yeah. So he'd have to stay for a bit, but he'd make it to every fight. So big up to Dad as well, man. He makes it to every fight. But my mum's mad invested now. Like the other day, she's telling me, "Oh, Terence Crawford's good." I'm like, "What do you know about Terence Crawford?" Like, the hell? Just the other day, you just learned about me. No, she's on it.
I want to know what like YouTube wormhole she ended up like. How do you go from her son to Crawford?
She's what I'm trying to say.
I want to know. I want to see the clicks.
No, obviously, like Joshua's the biggest thing in the UK, so she must be watching a lot of AJ things, and then whatever's next from there.
Big fights coming up. Yeah.
And ended up there, and she's like, "Hey, this guy's strong," but I wonder what made her just sit down and watch Crawford because you know what I'm saying? It's mad. It's not like it's Mayweather where everyone knows him. So one time I was in living room, and obviously sometimes I just put it on the YouTube and I'm watching Crawford, but it was on already, so I'm thinking, oh, I left it on. So I pressed play, and then someone's called me, so I've left it. So I've paused it and I've gone out, and then I've come back in. My mom watching it, and she pressed play, and I'm like, oh, you know about Crawford? Yeah, she's like, what do you mean? I'm the one that put this on. I swear I put this on. She's like, no, when I came it was paused because I paused it. I'm like, wait, but I paused it. So I'm like, Ross, so you must have put it on, and I thought it was me. And I'm like, this is mad. I don't know how you know about all this stuff, but it's sick.
Maybe what she's doing, she's watching Crawford, right? Because he's a phenomenal fighter. Yeah. But pound for pound, probably the worst after-fight interview giver of all time, no?
Oh, 100%.
Mate, the next
100%.
time I see him just liquefy a world-class opponent and then talk to fucking Max Kellerman about the new set of tyres he's going to buy on the way home, I don't want to hear it.
I think that guy just don't like the cameras.
Yeah, give me some.
Yeah, he just wants a bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants to fight and go home. If he had it his way, he wouldn't be no interviews, no nothing.
I know, but still, give me some. Like, give me a little. Like, he seems completely disinterested, doesn't he? He's just like, oh, I'm gonna go
disinterested.
home. I can't wait to see kids.
Literally, that's exactly what it is, and that's probably why like his profile is not as big as it should be.
I know.
Yeah.
It's very big for someone with that kind of like attitude towards
that shows you just the level of talent that he has.
Yeah.
Right? Who are
And
your,
considering how much we're looking forward to Spence and him, the pre-fight is not going to be much.
Yeah, it's not. But I'll tell you what, Spence might bring a bit more out of him.
maybe, but Spence always looks like he's been woken up, doesn't he? He's always got that kind of like chill, like
he just looks like he's chill all the time.
Yeah.
The most I've seen from him when he's fighting Porter. That press conference for Porter was funny.
Yeah.
He
I want to know what happens with Garcia's dad. Because Garcia's dad's going to be giving it.
He's going to be in his ear. He's going to be giving it. He might bite back, actually. That would be interesting, actually. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I forgot he was fighting Garcia, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be mad.
Yeah.
November.
How'd you feel about...
mad respect for that. Holy shit. Like, just... That's putting your balls in your hand and saying, let's fucking make this happen.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
Bro,
100%.
Your brother leasing out fight equipment, and that's how you got started in boxing, I think is my favourite origin that we've had so far. I think that might win the award at the end of the year, that. Power.
Nah, I've got to give him credit. 100%.
How do you feel about, like, Crawford, Brook?
I think that's a bad decision for Brook, but...
Strong, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? Listen, as a fighter, you're not going to sit there and say someone's going to beat me, but you got to be realistic about your opponents, innit? Like,
yeah.
Kell Brook's not on that level no more. He's got 2 bad eyes.
Yeah.
You don't want to be fighting someone as dangerous as Crawford in his prime. Like, it's hard to say he doesn't believe he's going to win, but it's a big payday. It's the biggest payday he can get outside of Amir Khan because Amir Khan's not fighting him. So.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's at that stage where he should be looking for the best. He should be looking for a way out. In my opinion, he should be looking for a little bit of money and then retiring because he's not in his best form no more. And 147 is killing him. So if he's not going to move up,
that was always the thing that we were saying, like the 147 thing. Like he hasn't been there for a long time, and he always struggled at 147.
Yeah,
and he balloons between fights. Like fucking hell, it's not like he just kicks.
Look at the shape of him when he was fighting Golovkin. He was in crazy shape at 160.
He looked good, didn't he?
He looked good.
Yeah.
And you want to cut off however many more pounds to make 147, 154 might be perfect for him. He's a big guy, man. I don't know why he wants to squeeze down to 147 so bad. Maybe he just wants to be big for the weight, try to bully himself around. But 154, there's some good fights for him. The Charlo twins there. Javert Hurd's there. Julian Williams is there. So, like Liam Smith is a big fight for him. Like,
Hurd is one too. How he makes that weight is just
insane.
Hurd is the biggest human I think I've seen him. Right, he was at like the International Boxing Hall of Fame doing one of like the meet and greets last year, and he was with Tommy Hearns, James Toney, and
who are big guys.
He towered over them.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, his head's like a 42-inch telly. It's enormous.
I don't know how he squeezes to 69 kilos, and he's so huge, and he doesn't look skinny.
No.
Yeah, them shoulders.
Like, usually, someone like that looks really skinny, skin and bones.
Yeah,
it's mad. He's wide up top, like you said. He's got a fat head,
giant head, right?
He's huge.
Yeah. Who are your like love to watch fighters at the minute?
Oh, Terence Crawford.
Yep.
100%. Gervonta Davis.
Yep. It's terrifying though, isn't he, Tank?
And yeah.
You seen like the tattoo of his arm of like someone burning down the council block? Like he's got some significant tattoos as Tank.
He's a mad man.
Yeah.
He's a sick man. I like Errol Spence as well. If those three are fighting, I'm more likely staying up to watch it. I like the Charlo twins actually as well. Actually, I stayed up to watch the fight last time, but them three, the first three I mentioned, 100%. Off the top of my head, them three, if they're fighting, I'm trying to find out what's going on.
Yeah. did you see the jab KO Rosario?
Yeah, that was mad.
Like we were trying to work
Body
out.
jab, KO.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen knockdowns before, but I'm racking my brain when I've seen someone just drop like that. And he was flatlined. He was on the canvas for fucking ages from that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He must have really worked him early. Do you know what it was? I was watching the early rounds, but no TV platform picked it up, so my stream cut out. So I'm thinking, damn.
You
So
should,
when I'm watching
DM
it,
me because I may or may not have a
we'll...
very good website that Streets has found. I'll send you that link. Don't worry about that.
So my stream cut out. I'm trying to go back to it, and now it's clearly gone. I'm like, oh, forget this, man. I stayed up for this long for what? I'm going to bed. So when I went to bed, I woke up to see the results, and I saw the stoppage, and I'm like, nah, what's going on?
Yeah.
He just jabbed him upstairs, stiff jab to the body. I'm like, what? Like, I've seen fighters be stopped like that before, but they're more likely journeymen against top prospects. So you're thinking, okay, cool. But this is a world champion.
World champion, yeah.
And probably when you think you missed some of it, there was no accumulation. Like the rounds you missed, it wouldn't have been like, we were talking about that on the last ep. It's like, it just went from 0 to 100 like that. It's not like he was working the body like, it was just like, boom. And that one on its own did it. And it's like, fucking crazy.
Like he did the special charge up move in Street Fighter. Like he just took him out.
Rosario must have been really tired. It was a good shot, very well placed shot. Like body shots do hurt, but like you're more likely seeing like a left hook to the liver or like a right hand round the sides rather than a jab, especially at that kind of level. But he just must have been really tired. Or maybe he was holding in the shit from that second round. He couldn't.
He weren't
maybe
after
that's why he just shit himself. He's like,
you keep hitting me there. I need to shit right now.
Yeah.
I'm going. I need to go to the toilet. It's good.
Yeah.
The only other thing I can think of.
Did you watch Emmanuel Augustus at all, or do you know the Drunken Master?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask because
there's some moves, isn't there?
Oh, it's some fights. I was like, is that some Augustus in there? Or...
Yeah. No, I watched him. I've seen him fight. I'm like, right, you got to be crazy fit to do that all them rounds. I've tried that in sparring. That is tiring. No, he can fight. I've watched him in I saw him in a meme on the internet like a few years back. On
right.
And I thought, well, this guy can't be a real boxer. And I found out Floyd fought him.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
He said it was his toughest fight too.
Yeah, it's the toughest fight. It's the most awkwardest fight. I was like, wow. And then you just see him through all that. I'm like, wow, this guy's crazy. He's good still. But
mate, his fight with Mickey Ward is fucking epic. If you ain't seen that one, oh shit, check that out, bro. It's honestly like,
cool. I'm gonna watch that.
He's one of them guys. He'd just take a fight at the absolute last minute.
Yeah.
Fucking rock the shit.
Does his thing. Yeah, no, he's a good fighter. I like being relaxed at that. You know, moving about, making it awkward. But it's
tiring. Your composure, like hearing your like for such a relatively short amateur career, the way you double and triple up on your rear hands, you got like that Roy Jones like relentless hooks, and you just stay so bad, and the switch hitting. Fucking respect, bro. You were born for this shit.
You really were.
No,
really
thanks,
are.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thanks. No, it is. You know what it is? Yeah, I watch a lot of fighters. Like you're saying, Roy Jones, all these guys. I watch them, and I see things, and I think, let me try that. And if it works, why not? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not try and pick up on it and master it? If it don't work, then all right, cool. Dash that away. We're not using that. But in sparring, I just try all these things. I think the first time I tried to switch it, what was it? Because I think I was watching. I might have been watching Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah.
Great guy to watch.
Oh,
Sweet Pea.
Sweet. Oh, man. So, like, how I found out, everyone in the gym, as an amateur, I used to move a lot, like a lot more than I do now. I hold my feet more, so I used to move a lot. Boom, boom, jam. And everyone used to be like, oh, Sweet D. And I'm just like, yeah.
Listen. You know what?
These guys want the D? What the fuck's going on here?
You know what guy is calling you Sweet D, right?
You got
the girls calling you Sweet D, right? If you're calling me Sweet D, we're in the changing rooms, mate. We've got to have a little chat about this.
Yeah, we're having a little pub in there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you heard of Sweet B? I'm like, yeah, no, Sweet B. No, I haven't. You know, search him up, Pernell Whitaker. I got back home and I'm like, bro, how do I not know about this guy? Like, why don't no one talk about this guy? Are you nuts? He's great. Like, he's crazy.
Yep.
Doing all of that. I'm like, nah. So I'm thinking, yeah, I want to try and box like that. But obviously in my orthodox position, like I said, very tiring moving that much. But I'll do all of that. Move my head, jump up and down, on my feet a lot, on my toes a lot. And then I just started watching more and more fighters. I was watching Rigondale, Lomachenko. And I kind of realized, oh, wait, all these fighters are southpaw.
Yep.
Like, I want to try and fight like that. So I used to try, but it don't work. Then I found out about Terence Crawford and how we used to switch. And I was like, whoa, okay, nah, I'm going to try and do that. So I just started off boxing southpaw on the bag. It's like starting again.
Yeah, it is.
I just felt like I didn't have to box.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. Like when you're throwing a 1-2, you end up throwing a 2-1 because it's on your left. Yeah. So
it's
I just done
like
it on the
trying
bag
to write
first.
with your other hand, isn't it? It's like that's how it feels. You're just like, what's going on here?
I'm like, you got no control over it.
Yeah.
So I just started on the bag. I throw little shots on the bag, 1-2s on the bag, come round on the bag, not moving my feet. Just 1-2s on the bag, 1-2s on the bag, just getting used to throwing my left hand from the backhand position. No power in it. I just couldn't control it. No accuracy. It's just I'm bending my hand in the bag. Then I got used to it. More I got used to it, then I started moving my feet. Then I started moving my feet with it, like in and out, in and out, in and out. Step to the right with the right foot first, because it's the lead foot instead of step. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things, cool. Then I started getting used to it on the bags, moving a bit more. Like, okay, let's try it on the pads. I'm thinking I might have the hang of it. Difficult. I'm missing the pads. I'm just missing the pads. I'm trying to throw 1-2. And it's like, you got to refocus your whole mindset to be like, yo, 1-2, and then the hook from the...
It's slipping the other way and everything.
Yeah, slipping the other way. It's just mad. But I said, nah, I'm going to try my best to master this. And I started doing it in sparring against like lower level guys, and then started getting the hang of it. Started getting the hang of it slowly. Now it's a little bit more natural. It's a little bit more natural now. So I'm switching. I'll be orthodox. Then I'll switch southpaw for like just a little bit, and I'll switch back to orthodox when I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Till it got to a point where I could switch for the whole round.
Oh, nice.
So I learned to do it in sparring. And the first time I switched southpaw in a fight, it was in the championships. I came up against a southpaw, and I was thinking, okay, cool. I know how to box southpaw, so I just figured out what he was doing. Too quick for me. I couldn't get to him. I was jabbing him, throwing. He was always a step ahead of me. So I just switched. Like in the middle of the round, I just switched. Boom, catching him, but it's very, very awkward for southpaws to fight southpaw.
Yeah, they're not used to it, are they? They're just used to everyone being orthodox.
Exactly, they're used to everyone being orthodox. Just like orthodox fighters, they're used to everyone being orthodox. So, boom, turned southpaw. This guy's a proper good amateur southpaw guy. I just turned southpaw and beat him. It's the first time I turned southpaw in a fight. Like, now my confidence is building. I'm like, yeah, I need to master this more. So then, like, every time I be on the pads, like, let's say I'm doing 6 rounds on the pads, I might do 5 rounds orthodox and do the last round southpaw.
Yep.
Just
so you're tired with it, so you got to learn it.
Yeah.
You got to do it properly.
I got to think, yeah. Then I just started switching, and then it was half and half. 3 orthodox, 3 southpaw, get it in there, spar southpaw, all of these things. But then as you go on, you just kind of forget. So I just stick to my normal stance. And then every time I remember, hold on, southpaw works, I go back to it. But my recent camps, I've been working on my southpaw a lot more, just trying to perfect it and, you know, being able to hold that stance. Like, I want to get to a point where I might just turn southpaw for the whole fight.
Yeah.
Like how Marvin Hagler did and how Terence Crawford did, just the whole fight. Yeah. Then I know I'm...
Just out of spite.
Yeah. Like, okay, you don't know what I'm doing today. I'm coming out southpaw today. Let's go.
I mean, that's one of the more impressive things about like the Ingle system is that all of them boys can fight in orthodox or southpaw, and when they're doing the pads, they're doing the same combo in orthodox and southpaw, but they're transitioning as they're doing it, and they're doing it.
I've seen it,
and they're moving like it's impressive, right?
Run a little circle, it takes a lot of coordination and thinking. You got to stay. It's easy to just forget that. Oh, damn, my bad.
Yeah,
it takes a lot of concentration. So yeah, you're right. It is interesting. I think it's good that the fact that he makes all these fighters switch, whether you're going to use it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
To have that ability to just do everything you need to do as a boxer, I think, is very important.
I mean, the argument is if you're a footballer and you can only use your right leg, your right foot. If you're only a right-footed footballer, like you're limited, right? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. No, that is a good point. Like Valencia used to get on my nerves. I'm Man United fan. He used to get on my nerves. Put it on your left. He's not doing nothing with his left foot. Straight,
there you go.
Boom. He got away with it for a long time, but I'm like, come on, man. You got to be able to...
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone knows you've got one foot. They're going to cancel that out.
Exactly. So
It's always good to have it and not need it. So you get off balance. You know what I mean? Sometimes you end up shifting
might end up in that
stance.
position. You might be able to use it just to get back to where you are. But if you're just in there and you're like, you cross your feet to get back, boom, you get.
Yeah, exactly.
the shot
So
you
it's
dropped
always
Heffron with, was that from Southpaw?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like the what I like to call the slim fit, like it's like a kung fu shot.
Come from underneath. It's like,
Yeah, come out of nowhere, just licked him clean, didn't it?
Yeah.
Have that. Who do you look at on like the British scene and think, I'm coming for you? All of them?
Pretty much all of them. You know what? Beforehand, I was looking at everyone that had a belt, Southern area, English, British. I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Where I'm there now, it's not like I don't have that mindset. I do, but it's like there's no one to come for no more because I'm here.
Yeah.
So my aim is to just get that British,
and
then now I'm looking at the world like I'm coming for you guys. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's a step at a time. Never got to fight for the Southern area because when they mandated me, they didn't want to fight me. Had to move on. The same guy that didn't want to fight me for the Southern area won the English. So I thought, you know what? There's no point in calling for that because we know how that's going to go. So just keep doing your thing. End up in the position now, where my last fight for a British eliminator, I'm in talks for the British, all of these things. Like my name's being spoke about in the British scene. What I'm trying to say.
It's a better looking belt anyway, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's the one you want in the flat. That's the one you want 100%. In the bedroom. Is that
chilling.
one? Like not.
That's the one the brother will be selling photos with.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's what he'll be doing. He'll be leasing out little usages of it.
Yeah, yeah. But that's my plan. If I win, like when I win the British at some point, I spend the next year winning it outright, and that's my experience. And then I'm looking at world level, like, okay, now it's time for the next move. I'm coming for you guys. Whereas before, like let's say a year ago or the year before, when in 2017 when I first turned pro, I'm looking at all these guys like, I'm coming for all of you lot. You lot all ranked above me. I'm coming for all you lot, all of you. Now I look on box rec, I'm like 7th. I'm there with these guys now. So you lot are accessible. I don't need to come for you. All we've got to do is make the fight and we're here. Like, I don't need to chase you no more because I'm at the level. But all it is for me is winning the British, winning it outright, and then it's on to the next one. So now I'm looking at world level or maybe European. Okay,
would you do Commonwealth or?
Yeah, I'd love to have Commonwealth, but Felix Cash has got that, and he's with Eddie Hearn. You know, Eddie and Frank. You know, they don't really get along. They're trying to sort it out now, which would be nice. If they do, then I'd
be helpful, right? Be helpful for all of the industry.
Yeah, 100%. Like 100%. British and Commonwealth champion. That's nice, man.
Yeah.
I'd fight for that.
They got to realize everybody eats more when they sort that shit out. You know, like there's
Everyone
no point dividing the meals. You know, put it all together.
Exactly. Everyone eats more. Like, let's just get it cracking. But bigger shows, more money, bigger fights, more belts. Something to say. So it's more interesting because it's like, it's like Matchroom versus Queensbury. They want their fighters to win. It's like a you know what I'm saying, like a collision. But listen, if they make it work, they make it work. Hopefully they do. But that would be good to get all these things. And then it's like, all right, now, and my next thing is the focus. I'm at the British level now with all these guys. I just fought Mark Heffron. I just fought for a British title. So now they're talking about, winner fights for the British, all these things. So I'm there. Now it's just the focus is on taking over there, taking over it, rather than I'm coming for you. I'm taking over it. After that, I'm like, okay, who's next on my radar? Who's next? I'm gonna start scanning again. Like, okay, now we're moving up. See who's at the world level. Who's there? Okay, this guy might be moving up. Okay, there might be a vacant out here. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, he's staying. Okay, one day I'm getting him. Just like I planned with these lot. Give it a couple years, I'm getting him.
You can see that fire, bro. You seem like the sort of person that's driven by challenge. And like when you needed it, now it seems like you got that continual stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which is,
no,
and what a fucking division to be in. Holy shit. Like,
it is some good fights, so I know I can't slip. I know everyone's putting in the work. So if I just think, I can box a little bit and it's going to save me, there's no chance. I've got to be on the ball. And like you said, I'm driven by challenge. Like, I'm in the gym thinking, oh, this is a saucy fight.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine being in a fight like that. Let's go, man. When I'm in the gym and I'm training so hard and you're telling me I got an 8-rounder against whoever from Eastern Europe, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm still doing the work.
I'm going to the pub.
I might start snacking a little bit more. Like,
where's that pizza at?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I weigh? I can have a slice. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, so, but obviously I'm still on the ball. I'm always going to be physically in the best condition, but other than that, it's just like
So
I need a challenge, man.
You're in the Peacocks camp. Are you with you're with the Larry Dubois, the
Yeah,
Billy, and all of those boys?
Yeah.
So I mean, your direct pool of people is pretty deep, right?
Yeah.
Like you got some pretty decent experience there. Have you ever
100%.
have you ever seen Daniel Dubois smile?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
It's rare though. It's rare.
it's rare, isn't it? Yeah.
Someone will say something, and you go ha. Damn.
That was it.
Yeah.
This guy ain't playing.
Not sure if he's angry or not. Not sure if at one point he's just gonna be like, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not sure, but you know, you just keep it minimal with him. You just know, but he is cool. He is cool, but it's just his personality, isn't it? He's just very reserved.
Very focused.
He's very focused. Very focused. Like, listen, if that Joe Joyce fight gets announced, you don't want to be anywhere near him trying to make jokes. He might hit you. He might hit you.
Yeah.
He might think a sparring partner just hit you.
Yeah, when they were doing that, the press conference with Joyce giving him some mouth, he looked like he was going to go for him, didn't he?
Yeah.
But it was a different sort of like, it's not chat. Like you could see it in his eyes. That
wasn't to sell tickets. That was just, I'm going to sort this shit out.
Yeah.
Because the thing with him is like, he's not a talker.
No.
Yeah.
So you want to give it to him talking, he's just going to think, I don't want to talk. I just want to fight.
Yeah, I just want to fight, yeah.
Yeah, so you can see in his face, he's like, just get me in the ring right now. And you hurt this guy. That's the kind of guy he is.
I mean, that is his last bout was, I mean, I've started a GoFundMe for the geezer that he fought because it was just, it was liberties, wasn't it?
That was assault, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I think my description was the only way that geezer could have been more outgunned was if he ended up back in Dubois' hotel room, right, with potentially a professional of some sort. Like it was big. Like it was. No, it was just like.
Listen, he was too small.
Yeah.
Dubois was too big for him. Jesus. I thought it would have been a bit of a challenge because the record 18-1. It must be a bit, but Daniel was just too big for him, man. Too big for him. Too strong for him. Like you said, he just ran him over, innit?
Yeah.
He's only a few years out of school. That is terrifying school photo to be in. Like, you are fucking
bro, imagine being in college with that guy, bro. He turned pro when he was like, I think 18 or 19. And he was that size. Imagine getting in college, looking at a guy this size sitting in your classroom. You'd be like, yo, you are not my age.
Yeah.
You're not my
I had
age.
to wait until I was 22.
How many years you failed, bro? Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like 14, 200 kilos and 7 foot. Like, I'm desperate just to make it above 5'9", and I'm 38. Still trying.
Oh, listen, he's huge, man. He is huge. He probably ate all the right stuff growing up.
Yeah. And maybe a few other people's.
Yeah.
Have you got anything lined up next? Or is it just in talks now?
Trying to get the rematch across the line.
Yeah.
That's due for November or December. We'll see.
Yeah. Love that. Is it a little bit more chill not having to do the ticket thing?
It is, you know. It is, man, because usually, especially my guys, man, they're on this last minute thing. I'll be like, yo, last minute to get tickets. That's when everyone wants to come. I remember one time.
Leave some at the door, please, Denzel.
I've done like 100 tickets the day before the fight. I'm like, why did you want to come to me now?
That's stress because now you got to deal with the money or collect the money, and it's just miserable, isn't it?
It's long.
Is that where your brother comes
messaged me. People have actually phoned me fight day.
Oh my god!
Saying, I get a ticket. I'm like, even if I did have tickets, why would you want me running around on the day I'm fighting to give you a ticket? Come on, man. No. Come on, man. You're better than that, bro.
Yeah, that's uncalled for, isn't it?
A lot of people ain't though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got one hand wrapped. Like, fuck. Can you give me a ticket? No.
That's where you need to start making stories. Literally telling people this, right? Don't ask me for tickets today. If you want to ask someone for tickets, send it to this person, right? And then just be like, look, just set out a picture of like all of the gear, right? You're chilling. Leave me alone. Yeah. Don't fuck about with me. I'm in the zone.
Yeah.
My brother's selling the tickets. They're double the price now.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a piss take markup on it.
Yeah. Oh, it's mad. Yeah, no, but it is a lot more chill. I ain't gonna worry about ticket money.
Yeah.
or having all the money on time, chasing people down for whatever, having people call me. So it's a lot easier, man.
Yeah.
And you find the training, is that, because we were saying that we feel for people like, I guess now it's a bit better because people just got used to things, but in the proper lockdown, like trying to maintain weight and everything is hard, you know, when they shut shit down.
That was hard for me. I was eating a lot of junk.
It's still hard for me now.
I'll be honest with you. I gave up. I quit boxing for like 3 months.
Yeah. Everything was COVID.
I'm retired.
It?
I'll be back later.
Yeah.
COVID.
Every time you're in Sainsbury's and you got the bag of Haribo, you're like, it's COVID. Like,
yeah,
COVID.
Like, nothing's opening for now. The whole world's closed, man. Let me do my thing.
Yeah, like listen, I've got to stay C19 ready. Before I've got to have my third bottle of Fanta. It's vitamin C. Don't fuck about with me.
Literally, I was out for like, because especially when I was meant to be fine in April, I was so pissed off. I was like, come on, man. Like, we had 2 more, I think it's like 3 more weeks and not anything down. Like, I've trained basically on weight, in shape. I couldn't be asked to, I needed the rest. Like, I couldn't just keep training off that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, no, listen, let me just take it off. I ended up taking a bit too long off. I was didn't do anything for like 6 weeks, like nothing for like 6 weeks. I was like, nah, I think I need to get outside now. So then I started going for walks.
Yeah.
Then I started running. Then I started running every other day. Then I started running every day. Then I started training with my friend in the park when everything eased down a bit, hitting pads and stuff. Then I got back to it. I was heavy, but I was fitter than what I would have been.
Yeah.
If I didn't do anything.
And you're not burnt out that way, you know, like you do a camp too long, like the mind goes.
I'm going to say, so I was continuing from the camp. I would have been burnt out. I'd want my break on the way back to things. And that was the thing. I realized that everyone kept trying to prove their training to everyone by saying, done 5K today, guys. Keep going. Keep going where? No one's moving.
Yeah.
For me. And then now I picked up my training and I'm going, I don't see these guys posting no more.
No.
Oh, what happened to all you motivational speakers? What's going on? You know what I'm gonna say? Like, what's going on? Everyone kind of calmed down. But now I'm in my mode. Now I'm switched back onto it. I've had my rest. Get back in shape. Then it's like, just do something. Get moving. So I started doing my runs. Then I got a call saying, we might be back in June. I'm like, for real? Couple of weeks. Cool. So now I'm doing more runs. I'm like, now I'm switched on. But I was switched on before I got the call. So that was me knowing that, okay, I've done enough to myself. Get back out there. So I was still heavy, but when I got back to the gym, it wasn't like I'd done nothing and been still. I was running, but it's just hard to keep your weight down when all you can do is run. Yeah. Like we're in the gym training for 2 hours. A half an hour, 45-minute run a day does not match that. No. So I'm gonna put on anyway. I'm gonna say so. It's just a good thing that I did start my runs when I did. Got back to the gym and I was still a bit, my body been moving. I wasn't stiff. But then cutting the weight was hard from there. That was the hard part, cutting the weight back down. Like, it's been sitting on me for like 6 weeks and now I got to cut it. I'm like, this is peak. But I ended up doing it. I done it, not the best way. Yeah. But like, you learn from that. You learn through experiences. So I've learned from that. Just came back from that camp, straight back into the gym, a week off, straight back into the gym. Basically, like 6 kilos off my weight. I'm calm. It's easy, 5, 6 kilos off my weight. Whereas during lockdown, I was a lot more than that. Like maybe 10, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit more than that.
Listen, but COVID, you know what I mean? That's all you can say to everything. COVID.
Listen, obviously, I'm like, everyone's like, you got to be professional. I'm like, 3 months out of the gym, it's a long time. Yeah. Like, not 3 months out the ring, 3 months out the gym. Yeah. Like, I live in the gym. I'm there every day. To go 3 months without the gym is hard. But now the gym's open. It's a struggle. So now the gym's open. I take a week off and I'm back. I ain't gonna put on that much weight. I'm gonna be in shape. I'm gonna be fit. Yeah.
Do you do much strength work?
Yeah, I've started to. I started to my last camp actually. Yeah. But before it was just straight boxing. But we do strength stuff in the gym, to be honest. Like training. Like on Tuesdays is like a circuit day, which includes cardio, strength, and all these things. But I've never really had dedicated sessions to strength. But you have now. Yeah. Do you feel it makes a difference? Or is it more of a mental difference? Yeah, I'm more of a mental difference because where I've just started, for me, I just started. So I'm not going to sit, mate, it's the best thing ever. Like, someone will turn vegan for 2 weeks and be like, it's a whole load of difference. It's like, how can you tell me that? You've been eating fruit junk all your life. It's a mental difference. Yeah. It's a mental difference. Yeah.
You will feel better because you're not taking down filth. And now you're getting a load of nutrients in the system. Of course, it's going to feel better for you.
100% you're going to feel better.
Yeah.
But you act like, you can't just act like your whole life's changed. Like mentally,
they do that, don't they? They love it.
Food. Yeah, they love it.
It's the same people go on a week yoga retreat and they come back like levitating. It's like, shut the fuck up. Talk to me in 2 weeks when you've been back on the
Yeah. It takes a bit longer than that to kick in, but because mentally you know what you're doing, your thoughts are more positive anyway. Because you know you haven't been taking in junk food. You know you've been eating clean. So mentally you're like, yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. I feel amazing, which is cool, which is calm. But you're not going to see the changes in 2 weeks. It's like going to the gym for 2 weeks. You're not going to start seeing your bicep pop out and your chest come out. It's been 2 weeks.
But you do see those boys down the gym, and they're my favourite ones. The ones that they get sub 20 sit-ups and then they give it the lift.
Yeah.
My favorite is the imaginary lats. They start walking around like this.
That's how I live.
Look at my chest.
Carrying the carpets.
No, man. It's been 2 weeks. So I've done it like, 2-3 weeks. And I can say it's made a difference, but I'm not going to say it's made a whole load of difference because I haven't been doing it for a month consistently or 6 weeks. That's where you start seeing a difference, a month to 6 weeks, in my opinion. But, mentally, I just feel like I've done that work. So I'm like, yeah, I've done that work and I've done it properly. So I'm good.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to act like I'm 100 times stronger already.
But
it would have made a small difference.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, if you're getting like 0.5%, 1% a month.
Yeah, 100%.
That's big.
That's calm.
Yeah.
Like, just a
especially because you got fucking hammers for hands.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah, you
can't
change
1% to that is
angry.
And that was I was looking at guys without doing all the strength. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not going to like, I feel like stronger now. I feel more likely to knock guys out and all of that. It's for me, I want to do strength to be physically stronger, not to hit harder. I don't think, obviously you can work on your technique to hit harder, but I don't think that's a weak point of mine. Yeah. So just physically stronger. So, these guys that are where their main source of their game is their strength.
Yeah.
I take that away from them because that's not what they have over me now. You know what I'm saying? So where I feel like, okay, I'm a better boxer than you, harder than you, your main thing might be strength. But I'm strong too. So I've taken that away from you now. So whatever you got over me, nothing. That was my main reason. And I'm not going to act like I'm going to be as strong as, whoever, like as strong as Robert Durant on the inside because I've done 3 weeks of strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
I guess as it goes on, it will make a difference, and I'll see it, and then I'll be able to say, no, you know what, I feel a lot better. Yeah. Or you know what, it may not be for me, but for now I can't.
The thing is, like, physical strength in that realm is a lot more about technique, right? It's a lot more about leverage. It would be like, I'm always, that you always get some fighters that you see that are cross training in like mad Greco, or they're doing some sort of wrestling art with it as well.
Yeah.
And that's where they those are the scary strong ones, because they're the ones that understand the leverage point. They understand where they're leaning, and they're physically strong, and you got no chance. Like Floyd was one of them. Floyd, when did you ever see him get shoved around?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, exactly.
Yeah.
And I always feel like it's better when you develop the strength, like, because the worst people when they start are the fucking stack guys, because they don't use any technique. They think they can just muscle it. Yeah. After 2 minutes, they're fucking dragging. The techniques are there. Their chins up like this. Whereas when you build it, like, I feel like the wiry guys get it the best because they have to rely on that crack.
Yeah.
And then if they do so, then it's like, oh fuck, all right, now this guy's a problem. But the people that just want to,
But these guys that just want to base on strength, okay, bring your strength.
Good luck.
When you're done, I'm saying exactly. Yeah. But that was my thing. That was my thing. So yeah, just like you said, when you develop it, you it's not just like you're dependent on it. You just know that like you're learning, like Rob said, the technique to it as well. There's a technique like, okay, the core, the breathing, okay, your balance, which also, helps with your strength and stuff like that, like with your physical strength and that. So you're learning all that. These guys that just come in and they know they're strong, they don't have no balance because all they're doing is, I'm going to push him back, I'm going to walk him down.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't develop that, so you're not learning the key components to help,
who's an absolute master at doing that is your boy, the Natural, right? If you try and grab hold of him, right, and bearing in mind, I've been training with him on and off for 12 years, right?
Yeah.
the amount of times I've grabbed hold of him, I can count on one hand, right? He's like an aggressive, like eel. And then
I was going to say eel.
Yeah. But he's wiry with it and he's strong with it and he catches you and like you're getting a forearm in your mouth and it's just like.
And he does not look like he can do any of that.
No.
But he does it the best.
Yeah.
When I'm sparring Larry, bear in mind, I'm bigger than him.
Yep.
Larry would push me back if he wants to.
Yep.
Like you said, elbow in your face. He'll throw like a 10-shot combination.
Yep.
He'll stand there in your face. He'll lean into his shots and catch you. And he's got long arms.
Yeah.
For someone that's not tall, he's got long arms.
Listen, if you go down my Instagram, right, there's videos that are dedicated to just him punching me in the face. Like I've edited it with him just catching me with shots where my head snaps back and I look at him and I'm like, it's like Rush Hour. Who kicked me? Like it's liberties.
No, Larry coming to the gym has been one of the best things for, especially me, because I like to believe that's my kind of style of boxing.
Yeah.
So learning from him, these little sly things, I'll be sparring and he'll be like, I'll talk to my trainer in the corner, and I'm going over to Larry. Listen, do this. And do. Like, bro, the guy can school me. He's done this. He's experienced. Like, giving me tips. Even after we spar, he's telling me. He's asking me, what did I do? What did he do wrong? Yeah. I'm like, yo, Larry, you didn't do anything wrong. You beat me up. Yeah. Like, no, but what did you think I done wrong? I'm like, Larry, are you really asking me this question?
He's always been like that.
He's always been like that.
So me and Ian were having a very gentlemanly coffee in the park this morning. Yeah. This afternoon, whenever it was. And I was saying, like, you know, when he's done as an active pro, I think he becomes one of the most sought after trainers in the UK. Yeah. I really do. I really think that his pure core work to boxing is actually as a teacher. Right? Yeah, and that's nothing about his talent, because he is immensely talented, but I am like one of his biggest like fanboys as a trainer. Yeah, I think you've just got a stack of world champions with you. Yeah, he's very knowledgeable about the sport, and he knows how to break things down to you as well. So if he's saying do something, he's not just saying do it. He'll be like, look, so and so, do it like this, and then come back up. Yeah, and you do it like, what? See, it worked. And then when he's telling you to do something, he'll tell you why as well. Yeah. So he'll be like to me, Ross, throw your jab, but just touch the glove. Mm-hmm. He said, listen, you might not be hitting them, but their gloves hitting their head, which is frustrating. Yeah. And you're keeping them busy. They don't get to think. So now their gloves hitting their head, they're going to bring it down and then boom, the jab's in their face. I'm like, okay. Whereas someone might just be like, yeah, just touch him. And then boom. But what does that mean? What does touch him and boom mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But with Larry, he will break it down to you, tell you why he does it. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. But he'll tell you why he does it. Yeah. And why he's telling you to do it and what it can lead to. Obviously, if it don't work for you, be like, okay, cool, try something else. But like you said, I think him as a trainer will be really good, man. Will be really, really good, man. Especially the tips he gives me when I'm sparring. Yeah. Does he tell you mad stories? Oh, Larry's always got a mad story. When does Larry have a mad story? No. When does Larry not have a mad story? No, but it's not even like, I said to Ian today, like he used to say to me, I thought he was saying to me, I'll give you my grandma. But he was saying grammar. And I'm like, are you saying grandma or grandma? And then sometimes he just mix it up and he'll be like, my grandma's the hardest person I ever met. And you're like, I still don't know where I'm at. Like, I really don't know where I'm at. And then he'll call me Ross. He calls me Russ. He's called me Matt before, Ben. I'm like, mate, how many years? He's called me a load of names as well. Yeah. He called me Kojo, Chrissy, whatever. That's what I'm saying. We got a boy in the gym called Ryan. He calls me Leroy. There you go. Where'd you get Leroy from? Yeah. Yeah. And it's not even like it's brain damage because he never gets touched. He never gets touched. But it's just that he just don't want to know your name. He's just named you it. That's it. He just named you it. Yeah. Brilliant. Oh, that is Larry. I remember one time we went for a run, but I just got back in the gym and he literally just outpaced me. Like, listen, for his age, he's so fit. He just come back like, oh, my grandma runs faster than you and she's dead. I'm like, wait, where did that come from? Yeah. Like, what? Like, what did that? Yeah. Like, what? Yeah. Like, bro. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, yeah. Larry's funny, man. We're gonna do like a fight companion for the Usyk Del Boy fight. We're going to have Larry on there as well. So I'm kind of hoping that he whips out some gems. That or he's going to sit there on his phone livid that people are talking over the box. There's going to be no middle ground, is there? He's either going to be talking like epic stories of sharing gum shields and wearing one boot and one flip-flop, or he's just going to be sitting there furious.
We'll talk about how he just one day decided he was a bantamweight and I'm going to welterweight.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going straight to welterweight. He skipped super bantam, featherweight, super featherweight, lightweight, super lightweight, straight to bantamweight.
Yeah.
I'm straight to welterweight. Sorry. Jeez, what a guy.
There's just so many questions, isn't there?
Hey, Larry, man, what a guy. I love that guy, man.
Mate, Denzel, this was wicked, bruv.
Thank you so much for coming on, brother.
Love to have you again.
Listen, when I get that British title, I'm coming on this again. First up.
Yes.
Can you be wearing it? Just.
Listen, I'll be sleeping with it. Don't worry about that. You might listen. You see me outside and I ain't got a belt, and I lift up my top. It might be British title.
It's there. It's there at all times.
I'm listen.
People listening, do not miss this man's fights. You're in for a treat every fucking time he goes. Make sure you follow him, check his fight, support this man. Straight up, G. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.